Good day everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another vlog with...
Moi, the beautiful Fear Hunter.
Well, that turned suddenly into something different, but... I'm here, well we are here for a bigger and a different vlog. This is kind of a response to one of my horrible vlogs in the past. I cannot exactly check the stats on that thing right now, so yep, here I am. So the first thing I want to talk about, well, basically is an explanation to the schedule change that I've had. Turns out it's not as bad as it used to be, but I still have to limit myself during the weekdays, but like I've said, the weekends are unaffected. This is mainly meant for other collabers and stuff like noobs or anyone else. Well, new guests as well, but we'll get there eventually. Now my schedule in the first part was like 10-20% chance of video recording or collabing in weekdays, but maximum chances on the weekends. Well, this has changed. Now there's a 50 chance on weekdays and same on the weekends. Yeah, kind of forgetting my words at the moment. That's why I have to keep looking away, because I usually tend to like speak and move around. If I sit in one place, I kind of start forgetting my words. I actually forgot that feeling before. But yeah, the schedule is not that bad, but yeah, and of course also expect something from me. I might be giant once when the schedule finally gets back to normal, because I have to wake up at 4 AM just to get something with him, and that's crazy. But
I know the feeling.
we'll see. We'll see eventually. We'll figure this out. Well, he will once the time's right. Because at one time when we recorded games, he was only that was like a super rare occasion. But yeah, that's different. So next thing I would like is an apology for the lack of videos I've been exhibiting for the past week or so.
Yeah. Same
the
over
thing
here.
Is that what was that?
Yeah, same over here.
Oh, okay. It kind of got off on my side for a bit, so I kind of had to stop and listen. But yeah,
okay.
The thing is that on the weekend and during the weekday as well, well, I've been kind of sidetracked here because, well, we were playing Nether as well for quite some time. Fear Hunter got Nether's episode 8. There's a link in the description in case you want to see. Before that, or I think after that, I don't know. We've had fun on nearly empty servers, just me, him, and 2 other people. All 4 of us on a team. You don't see that kind of thing often, I have to say.
Nether's pretty rare with that.
And there was also another time during the week as well, but yep, it
wasn't
passed.
as low, but it was still bearable.
Yeah, kind of low enough to actually have a freedom. That's what I like about the game, and there's so many servers that are so low. But I don't know what happened that one day, but there were so many AP Saudi servers, it was like overwhelming the rest of them. Like, I don't know what happened there, but someone named Lewis170 or something like that, or someone like that, I should say, also noticed the difference, but don't ask me. Nether's been doing some changes really recently, but there's no new update. There will be eventually. I did notice that the updates are getting well on that game, but yeah, that alongside with, I think something else. The busy and everything. That also kicks off my ability to do videos. And I've actually recorded 5 of them. This is the 3rd part. I actually recorded like 5 videos, and I lost them all after Limbo somehow modified the mic settings, which they were not, and that's pretty strange. But I won't be able to record Limbo because it cancels my microphone a while later when I'm recording it. So I'm kind of gonna have to stop that series until I fix this. If I cannot, then I'll make a post or mention that in the following vlog. Okay, so let's hear Fear's input on his situation, because as you heard earlier, he didn't make any videos as well. He didn't have any.
Yes. Well, situation is almost similar due to because I was there for the Nether entertainment session. God, that was fun.
Yep.
A couple other things though. I know my sleeping has knocked me off a little bit, so I get a bit confused. I'm gonna have to eventually go back to the stay up late and go to bed at like 3 AM or something. But I'll get to that.
That could work as well.
Yeah, I have to get it sorted by a certain day next week. But I'll explain more about why that is later. Or on the day. Yeah, something's coming up that's pretty important to me. You'll find out later.
Or maybe. I think I know it is what it is, but that's a different story.
Okay, so Yeah, and also there hasn't been many games to actually play.
Yeah, the thing is, we've been running a little low on the suggestions, but I've been taking a look into some indie games and Amnesia Custom slots we could try playing, and what the... My screen is messing up, what the hell? Hope it doesn't affect the recording on my... Jesus, this thing is messing up. Okay, never mind that, but yeah, suggestions have been pretty low, but I've been taking a look into some indie games we could play, and I found one sitting on my hard disk for no reason. Don't ask me how that got there. Missing the Distant Island. Don't know anything else about that game, but it's been there for like 6 months or so. But it's strange. It's my D drive, not the C drive. That's... Well, the thing is, I formatted my hard drives maybe a while back, but the game was still there, so... don't know, but I might make a playthrough of that one once I kinda... don't remember why it's there, but that's a different story. Yeah, but suggestions or not, we'll still play something. It's gonna be a bit lower without suggestions, so... Commenting on my channel, or Beer's channel, or even Noobs' channel in just in case, could give us some footage to play, you know. Footage to play, games to play, what the hell. But, yeah. Okay, so the next part is that I had a little idea just like, let's say about an hour ago, and I've been thinking about it for quite some time way back earlier. Possible Gmod movies. It's kind of like, you could put it as a roleplay maybe, but it's just like me, Fear, we go into a big map that doesn't really have much point, and possible events, of course, they just kind of make a certain story and move along with it. But yeah, that thing is still like the most recent thing, so kind of we have to talk it over and see how it's gonna go, like the reception maybe, but that's the idea to keep the content going for both sides maybe. We'll see eventually. Well, it could be. I found like a giant ass map, about 80 megs, and it's big. It took me like 2 minutes to load. And speaking of that, we'll also have a whole map in plan, but that's after this one, after this vlog. And of course, now the next part, before we go anywhere, do you have any possible input for this topic?
Well, the movies sounds pretty interesting. I'm down for that. So, I'll be included.
We can add extra members as long as you have a pretty good quality microphone, at least kind of like mine or Fear's, or Noobsy's as well. But yeah, we normally try to accept moderate quality microphones, like me for example, because I'm usually the lowest.
As long as it doesn't cut out and stuff. That's clear.
As long as you also have a pretty good internet connection and stuff, and everything's organized, you're fine.
Should work out
nicely. Yeah. What the f... You may have heard that from my side, people. Kamo just went online on my thing. Shout out to that guy, because he's awesome. Even though he stopped supporting me a while back for unknown, personal reasons, but cannot blame him. But that's a different story. Ow! Where'd my topic files go? Oh, there we go. So, yeah. Channel status. Well, as far as... Oh. But I just skipped over the topic. Let's get back. So, the next topic, which I skipped over, is the new guests. There are 2 new guests. You could... Well, first one would be Mr. Bacon, as I call him. He also goes by the name of Ernest Bacon, how you pronounce that. He mainly joined up with Fear Hunter on another session. He's also on episode 8, which is the most recent video Fear Hunter has at the moment of this recording. Fear, mind explaining how Mr. Bacon met you up? Because it's not me that met the guy, but you.
Ah, yes. Well, it was quite an unexpected thing, really. Episode 6, I believe, the creature mode, the one that received over 3,000 views now, which that's
3,617
to be exact. Pretty amazing. In the comments, I got 2 comments, one from Bacon and one from another guy, which I actually haven't gotten a session with yet. They basically gave me their Steam name and asked if I could have a game with them at some point, and it was pretty simple. Bacon is the main one that followed up on his request, and I got a session in with him, and yeah, he's now another contender, and he got included in episode 8.
He just paused it right there.
Yeah, I just sort of gotta drag the words out while I'm being ambushed by zombies.
Okay, I forgot to play the game. I'm just sitting here and doing nothing, but I'll record gameplay from my side as well. All vlogs will have gameplays. So, that's pretty much it. And there's another guest that who's very recent, but I haven't exactly gotten in contact with her yet. Well, there's also Sammy from Free Hunter's side, but there's someone else who goes by a similar name, known as Sammy Cake. She replied to me once and has been communicating with noobs on Twitter pretty frequently and, let's say, feverishly, because I've seen that. But, yeah, I pretty much will see what I can do with her, but I'll try to get in contact and maybe add a possible new collab partner. I'm mixing up the words, excuse me about that. And we'll see if I can do something for Sammy from Free Hunter's side. Eventually.
Like it might be important.
And that's all. There's been some trouble getting her up, but, well...
Same
how...
region as me, and isn't as available, I guess. Has her own personal issues to deal with, mainly children, etc. She's a bit older than us, 21.
Hey, I just heard a zombie from your side. Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, shut up.
This thing is... Looks like this thing isn't registered in my microphone.
Well, this should
Odd.
do it.
Well, yeah, at least the graphic... What the? OBS froze.
Portable wind turbine, huh?
Weird.
Wait, no, the indicator stated. Well, there might be some problems here, but I'll fix it. Because I have the camera's microphone going too, but yeah. So the next thing is the channel status. We both have our own input here. So far I have to say that the channel has been, well mine at least, has been progressing pretty well. Even though it's been stuck on the same number as before. It kind of went a little up, but it kind of dropped with 1 after that because I went inactive. But people are not forced to stay around. If they don't want to, they can just leave. It's how it goes everywhere. And yeah, I've been stuck on 133 for quite some time, and went up to 138, then dropped down to 137. But I've been stuck with this one number for quite some time, and I'm starting to get used to it. It's kind of like with the 60 or 80 or somewhere around that scale where I got stuck too. But we'll see eventually where this goes. I'm not exactly demanding people to subscribe, but that's a different story. Now, let's hear Free Hunter's side.
Well, as far as I know, I'm sitting at about 86.
87 actually.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know. Got an extra boost.
Well, I saw it recently. Unless you drop with 1, then I don't know. I can't access the website though, because
well,
my modem
I haven't looked at my channel since yesterday, so...
Oh yeah, I saw 87 this morning, but if I can get my browser and my modem to cooperate at once when this thing doesn't freeze up, I can take a look.
Yeah, well, anyway, so at about 87, I have noticed one thing though, that my Nether series...
It's 87.
Okay, cool. So, what I've noticed about this is that the Nether series seems to get more feedback than anything else. Which is surprising that people are actually interested in watching my Nether videos. So, I've made sure that that series doesn't die. We play Nether enough, so I can always get an episode recorded. So...
Yeah, that's one thing.
Until it starts going down, Nether series ain't going anywhere.
What the hell?
It's probably
the
strongest source.
Yeah, and turns out OBS is now recording my mic again, unless it's just the graphic-on that's messing up. I've had that multiple times where it was stuttering, but it got it all fine in the end. But yeah, keep going.
So yeah, that's good. We'll keep going with Nether and follow it as it updates over the time. Hopefully something new will come up soon.
The updates are getting more and more aware, but it means more stuff in the end, and I need to get a little closer to the mic in case it doesn't register properly. I mean, I could be shouting from the middle of the hallway and you'd still hear me perfectly fine. But this thing is super sensitive. Someone closer to the front door, which is like 10 meters away, perfectly clear. But yeah, that's different. So, anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay then, swapping the next topic. The limbo recordings, I've already said this a little earlier. If I did, well, they won't be recorded because it cancels my microphone when I record. It doesn't mute it. No, that's not the way I'm meaning it. It cancels it off, like it kinda drops it, like overlaps it for some reason. Even if the game's volume is like 0, the mic just goes oddly quiet, and no other game does this with me, so it's really strange. I tried with Fraps, I got the same thing as well, which is really strange, but until I figure out what's causing this, I'm not recording Limbo anymore. This might upset my classmate who suggested it, but if you got a better idea, send it over. But yeah, I'll eventually see what I can do. I only recorded like 2 episodes before, along with 5 other videos. Busted! So, I can't really do anything about this. I'm pretty sure Freehunter's been in the same boat. He recorded something and only realized in the end. I think that was his vlog, his first gameplay vlog on Plague Inc. I think he didn't get the microphone or something, right?
Huh?
Nice to not have to
I know you did that one gameplay vlog, I'm saying that. With Plague Inc., like the first gameplay vlog you've had, and didn't record the microphone in the very first attempt.
I think so. Yeah. I did it with Mirror's Edge Part 1 too. It's something to do with OBS. It doesn't set my microphone as default. So if the microphone gets if I disconnect the microphone and turn on OBS before I connect the microphone, it doesn't register as a default. So I gotta check that every time I launch it, make sure I'm getting a microphone reception.
It does that with my speaker setting. It just goes into default mode, but it still registers everything as fine.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it comes up as disabled, so.
Well, it disabled, I'm getting default on my side. Maybe that's the reason why my recordings are getting muffled, but it was because I was recording everything in one session and probably some kind of setting was altered or something, I don't know. OBS just randomly does that. One setting just goes funky and everything else follows after that. Like it did now recently with the graphic column for the microphone. It just wasn't registering at all, but it should still be recorded. But yeah. It happens with everyone, so until I fix this little issue, Limbo is not gonna keep coming, but I'll have other videos on the plan. So yeah, don't worry. I'm keeping content up. I can't get it regularly, like say Multiplier or stuff like that, because it's not that easy for me. Too many things at once. Takes a while. Rendering takes some time. Upload takes even longer to start with. The longest record I've had is about a gig or something like that. Yeah, 1 gig took about 3 hours. That's saying something, but it's my internet. If I could change it somehow, maybe my father agrees I could get better upload speeds. But I would sacrifice some of my download just for the upload, because I want to have some better speeds, maybe live stream and stuff one day, but I guess that's a dream that's gonna happen sometime. It's like that one dream I had with Markiplier, Collab. Oh, the feels after that. Oh boy. I've been tweeting around to them. Well, it happens. Maybe it will happen. Who knows? But yeah. And the final thing, well, not exactly final, unless there's other things to add as well, is serve updates. Now, those of you who've been on my channel for quite some time, you may have seen the serve strategy video I uploaded some time ago, even though there's no feedback on it yet. It was mainly geared towards Freehunter when he gets back to the game again, but it can be used generally by anyone else. It kind of shows off how the enemies work in the game and how they act. It also has the vision from the enemy's perspective, so it kind of lets you see what the enemies do while they're getting closer and closer to you. And there's also, well, the chaser specifically has its own method. You can avoid it, but it's not too easy, and you gotta get quite some space for the mouse, and I'm pretty sure the mic is passed out. Don't think so, yo. Okay, I just lifted the mouse, it kind of dragged the mic along. That's a different story, and yeah, and also, I've been working a lot on it recently, and I managed to put like a graphics overhaul on it, and the way it looks like right now is crazier than before. There's some pictures on Twitter. The most recent surf picture on Twitter at the time of this recording is like the highest graphics level I managed to get it to, and I've even amplified the sound system on that thing. Like, it kind of echoes a lot, but that's intentional, and the heartbeat kind of causes a little glitch on the sound, but that's intentional. It's supposed to alert you that something's up. You cannot exactly just have like something very faint in the background still, because even if you took a lot of damage, you won't hear the heartbeat. With this audio effects, you'll hear it all the time. Unless you're uninjured, then you won't. But yeah, things have been overhauled to the point where my PC is barely even capable of playing the game. 20 frames per second, that's like 100 memories for a sec.
Huh.
But yeah, well, my PC is not the strongest. Bear in mind, I'm running on almost 1280 by 1024, which may not say much to you, but it does for me. Because my PC is not exactly the most badass, and even the new... What the hell? There's a stain on my camera, but... Even with my... Even with the new GPU, excuse me about that, I'm forgetting my words, it's still not running too well, but I'm pretty sure the older GPU I had probably wouldn't even run the game too well. But yeah, the lower flame rates are one problem because I won't be able to... The lower flame rates cause problems, especially with particles. But yeah, that's something I have to keep an eye on. Now, there was mainly a little thing on the changelog, kind of like an announcement thingy that was like needed feedback. But I didn't receive any, so I decided to go with the graphics part. I was mainly gonna see if there would be like a graphics increase or optimization for weaker computers, but since I haven't gotten a response on that from 300 at all, I think he said something, I don't remember, but even though I didn't get really anything from that, I decided to just improve the graphics to make it look better because it kind of didn't look too good on 0.8, you know. And before you ask, once it goes into public beta, that's when you see a download link. Pre-early versions, only if you supported me pretty greatly, like Beyond or Camo with it. But that's a different story. But like I've said, it's gonna be on GameJolt, it's gonna be free, it's not gonna be a product. I'm not exactly gonna make a game that I'm gonna sell, because there's gonna be some issues with that sometime, but I'm not selling any games I make. I'm just putting them up with GameJolt. Hey, I'm trying my best here. So, and also, Rob, did you have any input on this?
Oh yes. So,
Okay.
I will be continuing my progression Let's Play on Serve as it develops. So, you won't miss anything. I just gotta get the right times and capabilities so I don't mess up. Oh! Sorry about that.
Well, I know, well, people know you're playing the game because I can hear the furious clicking. But, yeah, that's why I usually record the vlog first before putting any gameplay up. Just makes it easier for us to focus and communicate. But you just like giving yourself the challenge in the end.
Yep.
You can hear the tense voice. But that's something else.
Chase the monkey.
Okay, where the hell were you trying to go with that?
I threw a monkey bomb.
Okay, I should have caught on, but silly me doesn't register. But yeah, so like I said, like he said, he'll catch up on Surf. Whether I will be in the back or no, that's a different story. But yeah, it could be. There's already one interview, the second one might help focus a bit more on other questions and stuff. But yeah, the main thing is the game's been changed a lot, a bit. So it's kind of like it could be 0.9, but I'm giving one 0.8, 0.5 because there are no new enemies yet. It's just the same thing and some fixes and stuff. Because if you remember if you saw the other interview, the first one with 0.8, there was some scripting errors I didn't notice and they just didn't spawn some of the enemies.
Which was?
Well, there was the blind sphere, the one I told you about. There was the charger, which you never saw, and there was a little problem with the giant spawning on 9,000 or something like that on the Y scale. You know, so far high. Took ages to get down there, but now that's all been fixed, so the game should work a little better. That's one thing I have to say. And OBS is bugging up again. There we go. Okay, so it just does that randomly. I guess it does that also while I'm recording other stuff, and I don't check it, but it seems to be fine. So, anything else? Anything else on this topic here?
Well, to do with Serve, not really.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. There will be some quite some stuff to actually ask and talk about once you see the new version, because I'm basically trying to implement different difficulty levels, but I'm not gonna spoil too much at the moment. But I'll see eventually how this thing works. If everything goes well and I can summarize this little update up, this graphics update, if I have to put it that way, I could give it off to Fianta, but it won't feature any new enemies, but it's gonna feature new graphics and stuff. We're just gonna run on maximum for him.
That it is.
Also, all I'm saying is I managed to fix the frame rate counter because it disappeared after a while, and there's also a playtime counter. Yeah, that's what it needed. So that actually summarizes how long you've been playing.
Survival meter, sort of like the round counter, and right here.
Well, it's not exactly a round counter, it just measures the total amount of time you've been playing on a certain difficulty level. It doesn't show the round number and stuff. There's the sound. There's also another thing, the sound thing was not properly done, because it didn't make the announcement noise when the difficulties increased. It just didn't make the noise, but now it does. Make sure of that. Like I said, there are these tiny little scripting things that I just miss and I only see in the end. It just kind of makes me like, as you can see, but that's a different story. I fixed them all up. This graphics up is gonna look super nice. Fianta knows the pictures already. It is much darker than it used to be, and it's bound to be super difficult because you won't, no matter what you do, you won't see the enemies until they're like right in front of you.
Yeesh.
That's how bad it is. And beware, this is only the easy difficulty. When it gets to the... Alright, why am I holding this dot in my hand? What the hell? Now, that's only the easy difficulty level. Once you get to the hard difficulty level, which is a different implementation, it's gonna go into a literally unfair mode. Because, well, I'm not saying a thing about that. All I'm gonna say is you won't survive more than 5 minutes because it's impossible by design. But the easy difficulty goes, as it says, easy, and slowly up to impossible. There's no winning condition, don't ask for that. It would take a bit too much time for that to happen. But yeah. And that's pretty much all on my list of topics. And you have 2 other reasons there. 2 other topics you wanted to talk about, so I'm gonna give you the golden rule here.
Golden rule, baby, yeah.
2 topics you have to talk about, so I'm gonna let you go on. My face will disappear, but his will remain, and gameplay will keep going. If I can find long enough, that is, but
the first one I do know, that I remember, is some scheduled gameplay. Now, of course, as we explained before, we haven't been able to play much because there hasn't, for our own separate reasons, but I do have 2 planned, so do not worry. I will get a let's play in. I just need the right time to be able to do it. The first one is a demo of a game that I've been tracking on ModDB for a while, known as Caffeine. Sounds weird, but more will be explained when I actually get around to playing it. The other one, I don't... Oh yeah, it's called 3 AM Dead Time. It's also a demo, but both of them are horror, so demo or not, I'm playing them.
alone.
If you ever knew of Paranormal, I did do a let's play ages, like a long time ago, on that.
Oh, that game.
Yeah, it's sort of
Haunting Simulator, I know.
It's a haunting simulator, but if you ever watch those TV shows where there's that group of people and they go into haunted houses and they record everything that happens and all that, it's sort of like a paranormal investigation team simulator. So you're sort of an investigation team and you've got to basically record events as they happen. And I don't really know much else about the game, but I'll get to that once I get around to playing it. So yeah, that's the 2 games that I have planned. I just need the right time to do it. Once again, I probably have to rearrange my pattern here to be able to play it properly, because by the time I wake up, I'm collabing or playing Nether with Robert and Noobs and all that. So I need to get a better time so I have daylight hours when everyone else is not available.
Or if you wish, you can just basically put off one of the days with this collab and just use it for this reason. You can just say it. The reason we just do this Nether stuff is you just decide to comply and then boom, we're together. But if you refuse, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing to be afraid of if you want to go that way.
I know, but I like playing Nether, so I prefer to do Nether. Which is why I keep the series going.
Yeah, but we went for so many, like, let's say, sessions, and we've only recorded 1 yet. We should, like I've said, we should have recorded that one time, which was just like the 4 of us, like you, me, and the other 2 guys. That was awesome as hell. We spent like at least 3 hours on the same server just fooling around doing nothing. And I was level 31 for such a long time until someone sniped me off. But yeah, that's
in a different server, of course.
Yeah, but go on.
But yeah. Hold on a sec. I don't remember the other topic.
2 new Let's Plays that were planned, and it was the Final Fantasy X.
Oh yeah. That's also another reason why I haven't been recording. I recently purchased the Final Fantasy X HD remaster with Final Fantasy X-2 on the PS Vita, which is the portable version of the PS3, obviously. Most of you would know about that console. But at one point, I was planning to do maybe not quite a let's play, but have some gameplay of it for like vlogs and stuff. But problem with that is because it's on the Vita, there's no real recording tools for it. So that can be a problem. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Oh,
We all know that feeling. Same thing happened with Sub.
So yeah, I didn't really... Like, there are other ways to record it, but I don't know, it's too much of a pain, and... So yeah, I'm not gonna really worry about that. But... yeah. Hopefully, I don't know, I'll get... I'm definitely not doing that, but... one day, if I ever figure out how to record Vita gameplay properly, I'll do something. But until that happens, no, I'm not doing it. I mean, I never mentioned that I was going to, but still, I thought I'd just say it now. So, in case anyone did suggest that I should play it in the future, I can tell you all now that it's probably not going to happen. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, so if this was pretty much the entire vlog, 31 minutes. Well,
So, yeah.
this went on for really long, but I'll fix it in the end anyway. This might be a little difficult for me to keep the gameplay up because 31 minutes it's a bit long, but I'll see what I can do.
Suicide!
In the end. It's like the what was that called? Japanese bombers, kamikaze. Yeah, that stuff.
Alrighty,
Yeah. Alright, so
That's
32
the
minutes. 32 minutes. I guess I'm gonna cut this off here because it's gonna take me super long time to get this thing up somehow. And I'll see if I can get some type of gameplay up that wouldn't be exactly too big and too pixelated, so I don't have a super long or super big file in the end. But only time will tell. The other vlog was like 300 megs or something, and that was like 18 minutes. I can fix it maybe. We'll see. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. There's not much to enjoy on this one, honestly, but hope this provided you just about the right amount of answers and stuff. So yeah, we might see each other in the next video, which is gonna be soon. Goodbye, y'all.
Peace!
Uh-oh.
No, you. Oh.
Whoop. Now try moving, noobs. See if that does something.
Oh.
God damn it!
Each hit takes down over 300 health.
Seek up!
Oh shit!
Seek up!
Food?
Ammo!
Ammo, not food.
Remember, golems are not easy to take away from you, and each hit
got
raises
it.
HP.
Hey.